Alright, this is another Insomniac movie rambling. Alright, now for my first movie, I watched a couple movies this weekend, and actually more than these ones, but I saw Restrepo, The Other Guys, Takers, and the remake of a 1980-something movie, Clash of the Titans. Now, let's just start off with the easy one, Takers. Takers, let's just put it out there. It wasn't my thing. It was just some old BS. I didn't really appreciate it. I thought that it was just your average run-of-the-mill OG style hostage taker deal. Hostage taker. What is it called? A heist movie. It felt like there are good performances by some of the leads in this movie. There are some notable things about this movie that I think that had they been put together in a less flashy, more in-depth style, I would have been more into it. But other than that, I was playing my first-person shooter knockoff from Call of Duty while I was watching this movie, and it was this. Honestly, Takers. It was like, what a waste of time. Let's move on. Let's go on to another one. Clash of the Titans, the remake. All right, Clash of the Titans, the remake. You get a chance to, hey, check it out. It's one of those things where it's like, okay, the original Clash of the Titans, they updated the special effects. They switched some things around, and I didn't hate it. It was one of those things, and it actually wasn't, it wasn't one of those things that stuck around my mind the next couple days thinking, such a great movie is Clash of Titans remake. Why don't they remake more movies from the 80s with that one dude? But it didn't bother me. It was just like, okay, what's next? It's your average. The special effects weren't that bad. Some of the action sequences, the fight sequences, weren't that bad either. It really wasn't that bad. Let's just move on. The Other Guys. I saw The Other Guys from a recommendation from my boss. He told me, hey, if you want to see a very funny movie, watch The Other Guys. It's the best. And I'm like, okay, I'll watch The Other Guys. Check it out. And quite honestly, there were some bits of this movie that were funny. They made me laugh a little bit. And Will Ferrell, he's done quite a bit of. Sometimes he's been doing the same role over and over again. This was, if you've seen one Will Ferrell movie, in a lot of ways you've seen them all. I have to give props out to Mark Wahlberg. He was funnier than when he was in that M. Night Shyamalan movie. And it seems like, if he had just put those same jokes and the same attitude he did in the M. Night Shyamalan movie as he did in this movie, I would have got more laughs out of that the Plants Trying to Eat People movie. But this movie, honestly, it wasn't that bad. It was like, you know what? Okay, I wanted to laugh. I wanted to have a few laughs. I want to see something stupid. It was really surprising that Sam Jackson and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson weren't in the movie as much as the other. As I would thought they were going to be in there a little bit more, but they had David Wayne's son in the movie, had a big part in there. Other guys, not too bad. Now, Restrepo. This is a documentary based upon soldiers going into the I believe it's I forgot the name of the valley in Afghanistan. They were stationed there. It seemed like a while, like a year. I'm not exactly sure the exact dates, but what it did have was, I right now have some buddies of mine and some people I know that are in Afghanistan, and I hope to God this isn't what that they're going through, because this stuff is crazy. This was back in 2007, so it's like 4 years ago this happened. But these soldiers had to basically take this valley and all the stuff that goes on. It's a short doc. It's a real short documentary, like not even an hour and a half long. But in that span of time, you get to see these, you see young guys. These guys, some of them, they look like they're 18, 19, maybe 20, 22 years old, fighting in Afghanistan, fighting to take this valley. And this Restrepo is basically named after the one of the second soldiers that were killed in the unit. And it was just amazing. It was just like, you know what? There were points in the movie. It reminded me of one of my dad's old flicks that he used to watch was Hamburger Hill from the Vietnam era, but that was a fictional story. This is based upon some real stuff, but it seemed like the same type of vein. These guys were stuck there. I mean, they were getting shot at. They were targets. It wasn't a fun place to be. You get a chance to see the real deal. I mean, I don't know if I know they've done some Iraq movies, soldiers coming back from Iraq in the last 2-3 years. There's been a number of them made. Afghanistan, I'm not really sure if there's been any stories, any movies, fictional movies that came out about soldiers in the heat of combat in Afghanistan. But if there is something that you want to check out to know more about what the soldiers went through in that area of the world, this is one of it. It shows what's going on for real. I mean, it shows like, you know what, these guys are getting shot at. What are their mission? Why are they there? A lot of them had different reasons for going in. It showed their histories. It showed their pain. When one soldier got shot, one of his friends straight out just cried like a little girl. It was just crying, and it was honest brutality, because you see what happens. You see what happens to people when they're on extended missions like that. When you see anybody, I'm gonna be honest. I live on the south side of the ghetto up in Cali here, and it's like, you know what? I hear the same kind of gunshots all the time, but at least those guys had like some body armor and stuff like that, and man, it's just nuts. But pray for my friends that they get out safely. And anyway, this has been another Insomniac Movie Ramble. Until next time, see ya.